charge of this one. Anticipation has been building for weeks now since this was announced. There's been all sorts of talk in the build-up over the last week since the fighters have been here in the UAE, and it all comes down to this. 12 3-minute rounds. Chris McCarty.
Indeed, history in the making, Tom Ucker. It is, of course, the first world title fight in Dubai. We have China's first ever world champion as well. There is the bell, the signal, the first round of this world WBC strawweight matchup. And it's Cuello that's looking to get on the attack first, and a great left to kick things off.
So there's the title holder, Zhong, in the red shorts with the black gloves. He is taking on the contender. He is the man they call the excitement. We'll be looking forward to being excited. He's wearing the silver shorts and the blue gloves this evening. He's in with the first telling blow.
It was a left, just crunching little left that got through Zhong's defence there, but superb stuff from the Chinaman. And as I say, two contrasting styles from these two men, two contrasting entries as well. Cuello was the one with the big grin on his face. Zhong looked to have his game face on. So these two men, one fighting off the orthodox, of course, the Chinese man, and of course it's the southpaw from Cuello. So interesting matchup of different styles, Tom.
Different styles, but certainly nothing different about the support from the crowd. There'll be vocal throughout, and
it's a great shot, and Zhong is down. Crunching little left there from Cuello, and Zhong felt that one. He's getting the standing count now from Hector Afu from Panama. The champion rocked in that first round. He looks down. Tension, and Cuello straight back on the attack with that left. Superb stuff.
It is Cuello who's certainly come out with the more intent early on in this round. He said that he's here to win the belt. He's going the right way about it.
Indeed, and he's looking for that massive left of his. Of course, he is the southpaw fighting out of the Philippines. And Zhong, we did mention he was coming out with his game face on, but he looks nervous in that ring. He's not really throwing anything. It suggests that he's in this fight so far. It is all Cuello. A crunching left that knocked Zhong to the ground, and another one there. My goodness, this is superb stuff. The referee asks to keep it above the belt.
Just coming in there saying just keep those punches up a little, because it's obviously a ploy, isn't it, Chris McCarty, early going to the body.
Indeed it is. He clearly is. Him and his trainers have clearly been working on there. The feel, of course, we must remember as well, Zhong is giving away 3 inches in height, as well as that 3.5 in actual fact inches in reach. So Cuello is the aggressor in these opening stages. Zhong just taking his time, finding his way into this matchup, but superb stuff from the Filipino so far.
Well, final 30 seconds of the first round, and already we've seen the explosive power of the man from the Philippines, a gritty boxer.
He is indeed, and as we say, we look at his record, you know, he has had 23 knockouts in his career, so he is a bit of a knockout specialist. Of course, the interesting thing as well is Zhong, he has lost 4 times in his career, but importantly, never at this weight, so that is very, and there he comes, the first time we're seeing Zhong on the attack there, but great defense. The Filipino so light on his feet. And that's a great first round from him. The smile from Cuello says it all. He's clearly revels these conditions. He's reveling the front stage.
He's obviously a man that doesn't shun from the limelight. He said earlier on in the week, it's going to be an easy fight for me. He said that he was too strong from the title holder. This is a belt that Cuello believes is rightfully his.
Indeed, and Zhong, of course, just won that belt back in November. Of course, this is the first fight in his defence of the WBC Strawweight Championship. And as I say, he does look a tad nervous to me, Tom. Of course, a lot of expectation, a lot of pressure. 200 million, we believe, tuning in from his native China for this fight. And in that initial one, just a little bit of tension in his legs, perhaps. And certainly looking at Cuello in his corner, he's pumped up plenty of energy there. He really does look excited for this fight, and he really is up for it.
As he came into the ring, his men in his corner, the men in the ring corner have got the next printed on him, alluding to another of his nicknames, the next Manny Pacquiao.
Well, so far in that first round, I must say Manny Pacquiao, of course, the great champion, the 8-weight champion that he is, but Cuello so far living up to the billing, and again he's the aggressor. That left of his, he really is superb stuff. But Zhong coming out again, he's cocked that right hand, of course, the orthodox fighter.
Zhong spoke in the build-up to this about his stamina. He's been training at altitude back in China. He believes that he's got the legs and the stamina to go 12. He's going to need it.
He will indeed, and it's a rag to riches story for Zhong as well. Of course, just less than 12 months ago, a minor in his native China. Just a great step up, and now here he is in the...
He's going to have to dig deep here, Chris McCarty.
Absolutely superb stuff from both men again. Toe-to-toe in the centre of the ring. The atmosphere here is absolutely superb. They're being treated to a boxing feast this evening, Tom. The referee just stepping in there again. Zhong leading with that. And he catches a nice little left there on, of course, the challenger, Denver Cuello from the Philippines. He's waited 3 years for this. A bit of wrestling there. Denver Cuello crashes to the ground. The referee not having any of it, of course, and as I was just alluding to there, Tom, Denver Cuello, 3 years in the making. He's been waiting patiently for this chance. He has been the #1 mandatory challenger for that period of time. He's waited his time, and he clearly feels that tonight is his time to grasp it.
I understand that one of the reasons for the next Manny Pacquiao moniker are his looks, a resemblance there?
A tad, yes, and you must say as well, looking at the way he bounces around the room as well, you can see the similarities there. Of course, Manny Pacquiao, the great champion that he is. There was talk of him as well coming to Dubai for a fight. Freddie Rocha, who I spoke to himself, said that he would love to take Manny Pacquiao out here. That has been shelved for the moment, but my goodness, we're being treated to something from Denver Cuello right now.
Back to the action, we spoke about his explosive power, those 21 KOs to his name already, and we've already been witness to a few of those punches, but you can't give up on the man with the belt in his possession. That's why he's there.
And he is, and he's just coming into this fight now, Zhong. It was a great little right, just caught, and again, a lovely left that just caught Cuello there, rocked him a little.
Listen to the crowd, that is the Chinese faithful going large.
Got low there from Cuello. He's like the referee quite rightly asking Cuello to just pick those punches up. That caught Zhong a little low there, but Zhong again pushes. Well, Cuello not happy there, claiming of an elbow.
So, Cuello is looking to go to the referee here, but the man from Panama is having nothing of it as well. He's going to both of the men. He finishes up with a little word for the little bear. The man from China, China's first ever professional boxer. No pressure.
He's just a ball of muscle out there. You can understand why they call him the little bear. He's absolutely in peak condition. As you rightly pointed out, Tom, he's been training Rocky style. We had the videos this past week. There is, of course, the end of the second round. Superb stuff from both men. And I was just alluding to there, we had the videos in the week, the YouTube videos of Xiong in training, the Rocky style as well. Sylvester Stallone would be very proud of the work that he was putting in, and he certainly looks to have paid, because he is in absolute peak condition.
As he is the little bear, and he came back strongly in that second round. The referee goes over to the Chinese corner, just wants to have a quick word. Let's have a little look at some of these punches, see where they landed. Nothing really in that, bit of a tangle, bit of a fall on the floor, bit of a brawl.
Yeah, a bit of a brawl, exactly that. But as I say, a great defence there from Zhong, though. As again, Cuello looking for that big left, but just ducked out of it there, and of course both men crashing to the ground. But this is certainly living up to its billing. As I say, Tom, the first world title fight in Dubai, history in the making tonight, and so far we've had a feast of boxing action, and I'm thrilled by it, and I'm excited by it also.
Well, I'm glad you're alongside me at the moment. Weight of expectation on this young man from China's shoulder?
Well, we touched upon it earlier, 200 million of his native Chinamen tuning in for this fight. And you can understand that he was nervous in that first round, but he's slowly finding his way into this fight now. But a great shot, and Cuello again out the blocks quick. Two men trading blows.
What's so fascinating about this is the different styles, the different personalities of these two. Chris and myself were witness to Zhong's preparation earlier. Just complete focus.
Complete focus, you're right, and it was the same at the weigh-in as well. Of course, he's much of a humble character, where Cuello, the trash talking, the typical things you maybe would associate with boxers. He was coming out with the great lines for us journalists here, but certainly Zhong, a very respectful character. He knows, as I say, his humble beginnings. He knows that he's a very lucky man to be here, and it's absolutely superb, and both men giving a great account of themselves.
Earlier on the week, Denver Cuello, the man in the blue gloves, the contender for this strawweight title, was saying that this was going to be the toughest test of his career to date. Well, he's come up with a tough one.
Great shot there, great right from Zhong, just caught Cuello. Cuello lifted his arms to almost to say that it didn't catch me, it didn't hurt me, but certainly a great shot, and the judges would have noticed that.
So the shouldering arms here, the man from the Philippines. Denver Cuello with that height advantage, albeit slender, and a reach advantage as well, could come to play later on in the fight.
Indeed, and he is trying to use it, but he's working quite close, and the closer these two men get together, the more it suits Zhong's game, because as I say, he is the shorter man, he has the smaller reach.
So both with international experience, both have beaten Mexican fighters, that country that have produced so many world-class fighters down the years to get to this position for this title fight.
Indeed, Javier Martinez or Resendez was the one that Zhong beat last November for the WBC strawweight title, and as you rightly point out as well, Denver Cuello coming off of a victory back in April as well, so he's in good form. A great victory, 12 on the bounce it has been for Cuello. He very much is the man in form, and he's showing that so far in this fight.
It is the aggressor though from China here, Zhong, who is coming forward again with that left jab, jab, jab. He's going
and a great right there from Zhong, and that caught Cuello. Cuello's not happy.
Certainly not happy, and it certainly seems that the man doing the most work out there in the ring at the moment is the referee for this evening, Hector.
He's not happy. He's not happy with Zhong. He believes Zhong's leading with that forehead. He's not happy as Hector Afu. Cuello not happy either, but this fight again, centre of the ring, trading blows.
Cuello again with this raising the arms, a little over-exaggerated, dramatic hunch of the shoulders, if you like.
Indeed, and 10 seconds remaining of this round. Zhong, perhaps for me, has just edged it. Even with the cleaner punches, and again, great work in the trenches. Another great round. Cuello not happy. He believes that Zhong is leading with that elbow. He's remonstrating with the referee as well. Not happy is the man from the Philippines.
Referee's gone over to the judges as well. He'll have a quick word as he collects up the scorecards. It'll be interesting to see how those have come back as they go over to the official score up there. Let's have a little look at these this leading right at the moment. See if there's anything in it, Chris.
Yeah, that was a great little right. I touched upon in that round that the judges would have noticed that. Cuello was almost raised his arms to say, guys, it didn't affect me, but certainly it would have been noticed. A lovely little crunching right into it, caught Cuello, and again, just looking at that replay, a little left there as well from Zhong. So certainly that round for me was definitely for the champion.